Yeah, hello. This is Nifty short-term view from Analyze India. After the recent stop losses that have been hit in past couple of trading sessions, so I thought of giving my view on this index from a long-term and both short-term perspective. Uh, see, on this day, 15 January 2015, when the RBI cut rates, Nifty gave a breakout from this triangle, and we initiated a call around 8400 to 8450 with a target of 8900 to 9000. So that was achieved in January 2015. Around these levels, Nifty got some resistance from this rising trend line, and the fall was expected after this bearish candlestick pattern, but we expected the fall till 8630, and yeah, so we expected a fall till 8630, which was the previous top in December 2014, and we gave a buy call around these level, but were stopped out because of the exit poll results that came on Monday. And after that, Nifty fell again, gave a gap down next year of 50 points, but recovered because that was the 8th consecutive day of fall, and since then Nifty has bounced back for 3 days, and recently we gave a sell call around this falling trendline resistance, and we thought that this should act as a major resistance around 8680 to 8700 level. If it did come to 8595 level, but eventually we got stopped out again due to some news of Ukraine and Russia having a ceasefire. So Nifty rallied again in the last trading hour. So Nifty has now comfortably crossed this resistance and should now head to the next resistance around 8800 to 8850. If you see, this high is 8838 and this is 8840, and this is around, yeah, so 8840, 8838 plus the 61.8 retracement of the entire fall is around 8800. So 8800 to 8850 should 8800 to 8850 should act as an immediate resistance. So that is the 61.8% retracement. So it could be possible that Nifty continues its downside from there. But if 8800 to 8850 is crossed, then you might see Nifty again going back to upper end of the channel. This rising trend line. This rising trend line has been there since the new government was elected. Since the Lok Sabha results came on 16th May 2014. So Nifty has not been able to cross this resistance since last year, for the last 8 months. So this will again act as resistance if Nifty crosses 8800 to 8850 and goes back to 9000. So that will again be a hurdle for the index. So one possibility is that if Nifty is not able to cross 8800 to 8850, then it comes back again down to test the lower end of the channel, which is very well possible because the index has been doing the same for the past few months. If you see, both the upper end and the lower end of the channels are being tested. If you see, this upper end, then lower end, then upper end, then lower end, then there was a retest of the lower end of the channel, and then again to the upper end. So this is possible that Nifty again goes back to around 8200. So from those level we'll reassess the situation that this trend can be, upper end channel can be broken or not. so we have to reassess at that point of time. So if it breaks, then the next logical support is around 200 exponential average, that is around 7900. So this is a short term view. From long term perspective, if you see the weekly charts, then if you see this Nifty is rising in a parallel channel and testing both the upper and the lower end on weekly charts. Plus, if you see, the thing that worries me is the negative divergence on RSI, which is there on the weekly chart. Plus, there is no major volume attraction in this this upper end of channel. The volume came in on this May 2014 results. After that, the volume has declined, but there has not been a there has to be a big volume on weekly charts if Nifty has to cross this upper end of the channel. Now, how this upper end of the channel can be crossed, and that is a very much possibility. So let me remove this projections and give you the alternate view. So if this 8800 to 8850 is crossed, then we expect it to rally to the 9050 range, which is the upper end of the channel, and then make a higher low. So this could be like this. Yeah, so make a higher low, then again test the upper end of the channel, then keep on making higher lows just around the upper end of the channel, this rising trend line, and then finally give a breakout, and the volume should be very high around these levels. So the volume should be very high, something similar to what happened this here, and then you can see this will be you can call a euphoric move, and which should do, I think, minimum 900 points above 9100. So somewhere around 9800 to 10,000 the targets could be possible. In the past also Nifty has done the similar thing. If you go back to 2010, so this was the big circuit on election results in 2009, and then Nifty kept on consolidating and then finally made a channel here in starting from November 2009 till September 2010. So that was a 8 to 9 month channel. So 4 times it tested here. Okay, and right now we have tested almost 1 2 3 4 5 times. So 4 times it was tested here, and it kept on making, like, from the lower end of the channel it came to higher end, and then it kept on moving around that channel. So this zone might have been called the accumulation zone. So this period someone accumulated here, and then it gave a fall, and then from again 50-day exponential average, and then it went back. So finally it crossed, and see the increase in volumes. So this was euphoric. Anybody who was there in 2010 and would have experienced a kind of euphoric move in the CNX mid cap and small cap also at this time of the rally. And the final top was there when Coal India IPO came in 2010 around Diwali. So this could very well happen around these levels. Right now there are no signs of that, because Nifty has to make higher lows first and keep on moving around the higher end of the channel. So this channel is around 800 to 900 points. So the target above 9000 to 9050, if it breaks out, should be around 9900, and this will be euphoric, that I can assure you, because whenever the rising trend line, these are the most difficult things to break: a rising trend line on the upside and the falling trend line on the downside. So these are the most difficult trend lines to break. So you might see a target till 9800 to 2000. And what happens if it is not able to cross? That will be an alternate view. So what happens if it is not able to cross 8800 to 8850? Then you might see a lower high, and Nifty can come back again to the lower end of the channel, which it has been doing for the past 8 months. So and that point of time around 8200, 8300, we have to reassess that it can go again back to 9000 or will break this time. So that is not confirmed as now. If it breaks, then obviously 7500 and first 17900 and lower targets could be possible, and that would be the first 10 to 15% correction if you take from the highs from 9000. So that would be the first correction of this major bull market that has started for the next 5 years. So keep a watch on 8800 to 8850, and we will reassess the situation at those levels. So thank you very much for watching this video.